So we're winding down the final primaries of the 2018 midterm election cycle and plunging into the general election. And that means we really have a clear idea of the landscape on the Democratic side and on the Republican side. And it sets up a really fascinating set of contests as Democrats try to take back control of the House, also try to gain seats in the Senate, which appears like that's probably the best they can do, though they are still hoping to take back a majority. And hanging over all of this is going to be President Donald Trump. He has thrust himself into the center of these midterms. He has made himself the star of the midterms. And for a lot of these Republican candidates, their success or failure will rise or fall on Trump's popularity.
This election, you aren't just voting for a candidate. You're voting for which party controls Congress. Very important thing.
He is making a bet that being out there, being in big rallies in front of crowds in competitive states will help boost turnout among his core supporters and offset some of this Democratic enthusiasm, which is very real right now. We have seen this in primary after primary. Democrats are showing up in large numbers. They are getting turnout among minority voters who tend to not vote in high numbers in midterm elections. The math is definitely on the Democrats' side in the House. If you look at the districts that are considered competitive right now, they have plenty of opportunity to hit that magic number. Democrats need to pick up 23 seats in order to take back majority control of the House. And they think that that is well within their reach. They are looking at several races, several congressional districts where Hillary Clinton beat Donald Trump in the presidential election, but a Republican is currently serving in Congress. And they think that that makes those districts really ripe to transition from Republican to Democratic hands. A lot of them are located in suburbs, and they have a large number of voters who are highly educated white women who have tended to vote Republican. They're more moderate Republicans, but they are really turned off by Donald Trump. And in talking to Republican operatives, they really don't see a way for Republican candidates to get that group of voters back. They think it is almost impossible in this environment with their feelings about Trump so baked in. Senate was always going to be really difficult for Democrats this time around. They are having to defend territory that is reliably Republican. You have Democrats that represent states like North Dakota, like Indiana, Missouri. These are places where Donald Trump won by big margins in the presidential election. And so these Democrats, while they are incumbents, they are really not on friendly territory here. And Republicans feel like they can pick off a few of these seats, potentially depress the Democratic number in the Senate. For Democrats to win the Senate, they would have to have a perfect election day. They would have to basically run the table on all of their competitive races. That's a really tough lift for them. The scenario that they see in order to accomplish that is basically a huge Democratic wave where you have Democratic voters showing up in massive numbers that you just don't see, frankly, in normal off-year elections, and then also the ability to move some Republicans over into the Democratic column. It's not impossible, it's just very difficult.
We will make America great again. Thank you very much.